What's going on, Node Nation? It's CJ Wilson here with DoakTalk. I am your host, here to bring you guys some breaking news. FSU lands three-star legacy defensive back commit Antonio Cromartie Jr. Antonio Cromartie Jr. has committed to FSU. Mike Norvell and Patrick Surtain. Want to give a shout out to Mike Norvell and Patrick Surtain for the long-standing recruitment of Antonio Cromartie Jr. Before we get into the meat of this video and talk about the legacy commit, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. Again, hit that like button for me. Share this information to like-minded Noles, and also subscribe if you haven't. Join the DoakTalk family. It's a growing community. We want to give you everything hitting from all FSU news, all cylinders, whether it's recruiting, high school portal, coaches being hired, coaches leaving FSU, whatever it may be, former player interviews, pretty much everything, all FSU for your fanatics. You can get it right here with DoakTalk. So go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Like I stated, FSU lands the the commitment of defensive back Antonio Cromartie Jr., the legacy commit. Cromartie Jr. currently stands 6'1", 175 pounds, plays safety for Carrollton this past year. In Carrollton, he was a part of the team that was a damn good team for Carrollton, went on to the state championship and ended up being runner-up in the state of Georgia. Cromartie Jr. was first team all-regional in the Atlanta area, tallying 85 tackles this past year, along with 1 interception, 4 pass breakups, and 4 forced fumbles. Just talking with Antonio Cromartie Sr., I think that, well, he thinks, so to speak, that Junior is going to be a late bloomer. It is currently in the process of blooming, but as when I say late bloomer, as far as his size and things like that, the doctors projected that Antonio Cromartie Jr. pretty much would be around 6'2" to 6'3", same size as his father, but his growth spurt really hasn't hit until kind of like now. As far as growing. And Antonio Cromartie Jr., to be quite honest, he was very short. He was shorter than Mike Norvell, very athletic in play, but just was small in regards to his size and just the size of his competition and things like that, other kids within his class. As you guys know, you typically hit your growth spurt like your sophomore to junior year and things like that from a height standpoint. Of course, your body physically develops once you get on the college campus and things like that. But from a height standpoint, you pretty much got a barometer, so to speak, of what size you would be for the rest of your life, this, that, and the third. But with Antonio Cromartie Jr., it's a little bit different. He pretty much got his spurt later. This past year, pretty much, he just grew out of damn nowhere. Currently standing at around 6'1". It was a point in time when he was like 5'6" to 5'7", not even taller as Mike Norvell. Now he's pretty much towering over Norvell, and I really don't think he's done as far as growing. Like Pro said, he's going to be a late bloomer as far as that. So I do think from a physical standpoint, he's still developing and getting into his body, which is a very good plus because I think he's a talented player, a really smart football player. Of course, I want to say, hell, you got Antonio Cromartie Sr., who's one of the smartest defensive backs, one of the smartest players I've talked to and been around from a football schematic thing and things like that, just X's and O's and just talking about the ins and outs of being a defensive back. So Junior has that in his back pocket, and he's clearly been taken to that as just me looking at his film and just how smart of a player he is and how he makes things easier for him on the football field, just due to knowing certain things and being aware of certain things as a defensive back. Like I said, having that knowledge passed down from Senior, who played for some of the best defensive minds in the football world. Marty Schottenheimer for one out of San Diego, and of course you have Rex Ryan with the New York Jets. So you bring that over and coaching to his son and bringing that and passing down that knowledge, so to speak. You have a football player that's dominating on a high school level. Like I said, he has really good senior film, and I think we are just now seeing the tip of the iceberg, so to speak, of what Junior can be. 3-star defensive back from Carrollton, Georgia, like I stated. And it's not a situation where we need Antonio Cromartie Jr. to come in and play right away for FSU. He can come in, get coached up, get developed by Patrick Surtain Sr., who is one of the best defensive back coaches in the country as well. So to go from Cromartie Sr. as your father, and of course Patrick Surtain Sr. as a defensive back coach, hell, what more do you want as far as a defensive back? But yeah, I do think he'll get more developed and coached up by Patrick Surtain, develop his body physically with Coach Storms. And once his time comes to play for FSU, I think he could be an impact player down the line for FSU at the safety position. Just speaking about what FSU has done recently in the defensive backfield to fill out their class, This past year with this 2025 recruiting class, FSU has Max Redmond, 6-foot safety from Palm Beach, 3-star guy, and also 4-star defensive back Shamar Arnox, who's ironically teammates of Antonio Cromartie Jr. at Carrollton, Georgia. So Max Redmond standing around 6 foot. Shamar Arnox is standing around 6'1". Like I told you, Antonio Cromartie Jr. currently stands around 6'1". And let's go back to the 2024 recruiting class just to kind of give you guys a picture of what we're looking for, what Patrick Surtain Sr. is looking for within his defensive backs. Also, we have Zay Thomas within his 2025 recruiting class as well. How can I forget Zay Thomas down at American Heritage, the Seminole legacy himself, so to speak, as being a legacy bloodline of the Seminole tribe, sitting at 6'2", 195 pounds. You go back to the 2024 recruiting class, Charles Lester, 6'1", Ricky Knight, 5'11", Jamari Howard, 6'2", Kai Bates, 6'1". You kind of see where I'm going. Patrick Surtain Sr. clearly has a type as far as the defensive back room, and that's starting to show with the guys that we're signing and bringing in to FSU. So it's going to be really exciting times for FSU in the defensive back room with a lot of size, a lot of athleticism moving forward. It's going to be interesting to see how those guys get coached and developed by Patrick Surtain, and we continue the DBU legacy in Tallahassee, Florida. So make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. As I stated, FSU lands 3-star commitment and FSU legacy Antonio Cromartie Jr. joins the Noles Nation. So welcome to the family. Go Noles. We also going to add his huddle to the end of this video so you guys can check it out and just, hell, make your own opinions about the player and what you think Antonio Cromartie Jr. can be for FSU just looking at his huddle film. So make sure you guys stay tuned and check it out. Go Noles.